I'll kind of run through our ideal rosters here just to kind of get, a recap of kind of what they look like here, if that makes sense. So, we talked about a lot of names, so it's just to kind of easier to kind of recap here by looking at what the rosters actually look like. So, Nate, with you went at quarterback, you got Josh Allen in the second round. Your RB1 is Christian McCaffrey, who you took in the first round. You have James Conner as your RB2 from the seventh round. Then at wide receiver in rounds 4, 5, and 6, you filled out that group with Terry McLaurin, Mike Williams, and Michael Pittman. You also had Mark Andrews as your tight end 1, who you got in the third round. Your flex spot is occupied by Gabe Davis for now. You got other good options in there as well: Zach Charbonnet, Rondell Moore, Chig Okonkwo, and Devin Singletary. And then as for me, my QB1 is Justin Fields, who I got in round 5. And then my RB1 is Tony Pollard, who I got in round 2, with Aaron Jones as my RB2, who I got in round 4. Justin Jefferson's my wide receiver 1. That was my first round pick. T. Higgins is my wide receiver 2 from the third round. And then Kadarius Toney is my wide receiver 3, who I got in the 8th round, followed by Dallas Goedert, who is my tight end 1. And then in my flex is Cam Akers, with Javonte Williams, Anthony Richardson, Chig Okonkwo, and Nico Collins all filling out the bench spots there. So how do you feel about that team? You feel pretty good?
Oh yeah, feeling good about it. I think I put it together as what I think ideally you can do. Obviously, like, one thing that's important is looking at ADP on wherever you're drafting, because ADP will change wherever you're drafting. That'll change who's available at each pick. So, like, if you're trying to do your draft based off this, as well as my rankings, definitely if someone has a higher ranking than a guy I'm suggesting at a pick, definitely get the guy with the higher ranking. I'm just trying to hedge as well as I can who's available at each pick. So obviously the perfect draft is if people are making bad decisions all around the draft so that people just follow you. But perfect draft when people are picking typically where players are going, I'm happy with how this ends up.
Yeah, for sure. This is like our ideal way of how it's going to go, right? It's probably not going to be like that exactly, but it's still, I think, helpful to kind of have that thought process in place and have some targets in mind. But yeah, we used a consensus ADP as well, to try to combine some of the ADPs to make it most realistic anyways.